What's going on, everyone? This week, I'm in a dark place. We have a true telling of the salted seasoning experience, and Liverpool still haven't signed anyone because they don't need anyone. What's going on, everyone? We're here with episode 115 of the Storm on the Beach podcast, talking about all things great and garbage from our sports viewing this week. What's going on, fellas?
Yes, going on.
Yeah, true.
Different. Mixing it up. Wowee. It only took 115 episodes.
It's good to have all the boys back.
Good to be
Is
back.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Keelan, do you reckon your band could do a little cover for the intro? A little in-cars cover for the intro?
For the intro? No.
Oh,
Absolutely not.
Just play it really bad.
Why really bad?
Well, so we don't get flagged for copyright.
Oh no, you just log it as a cover. That's fine.
Yeah.
what good is
Sorry,
being friends with a band if you can't get a band intro?
You get to go to the gig and pay full price.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty good,
art
fair
isn't
enough.
cheap
Fair
and whatnot.
I think you're in the wrong sort of art to be involved in money laundering.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Well, I mean, we could, NFT it.
That'd be pretty funny, actually.
You hated saying that.
I did hate saying that. But it means people could, buy it and, launder money and such. So that's their own prerogative, not ours.
Yeah, I mean, you could simply...
We wouldn't be laundering anything. We'd be paying tax on whatever they paid us.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
You could simply release EP on iTunes, I guess, for people to purchase.
Well, yeah, we're already on iTunes. You can purchase our songs like $1.10.
I see.
That's a deal, if you ask me.
It's not bad.
I feel like you could probably make art more affordable if you were to say, just get 10 really good artists to draw assets, and then you can use AI to make all the rest of the art. So we only really need 10 good artists.
Not a bad theory.
Nah.
Does that include comedians?
There actually are some people, like comedians, people doing comedy, that are pretty smug or adamant, like, oh, you can't replace that. And I don't know, those TikToks with the Donald Trump and the Joe Biden voices, hilarious.
Well, I think someone's still writing that, though, right? Surely.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, I guess so. There's enough comedy out there on the internet that I'm sure AI could throw some jokes together.
I don't
Yeah.
like AI.
Nah, let's
No.
not talk about it.
Yeah. It doesn't need any more airtime than it already gets.
Yeah, that's... Speaking of generic podcasts, I did a comedy show.
Speaking of three white dudes in a room.
Yeah, I did a comedy show this Saturday where I proudly wore the Storm on the Beach t-shirt. And I was up there and I go, this is a podcast shirt for a podcast called Storm on the Beach. I choked a little bit. I'm fumbling around. I go, so if you guys like white guys talking about sport... Everyone's just sitting there. No one's laughing. I'm thinking, all right. Anyway.
What was this?
But
Set at the Kenyan embassy or something?
I got the plug in there, so I was pretty happy with that.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll see if we get any more listeners this week.
I took my jumper up in case I bombed. I was going to put that on. Podcast? What podcast?
He's holding it.
That was
Not
part
even-
of the bit.
Not even half wearing it. But Keelan, what's going on?
I just got a reply to an email which was an invoice. Like the original email was an invoice, and the reply is just blank, and the person's signature. So I'm a little confused. Besides that, I mean, they just sent the money too, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But besides that, went for a swim on the weekend, and I went for a bike ride. That's about it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's going on with you?
It's good to be back. Did a bunch of fence additions to increase our chickens' run area, I suppose, to free range a little bit more out in the grass. So
Roll
my
credits.
legs are absolutely cooked. But that being said, I'm giving the chickens even more quality of life above what they already have, which is exceptional. So I have for you, Huey, a question as a man who lives in a vegan household. Do vegans have issues with free range eggs? And I'm not talking about like marketed free range eggs where there's 10,000 of them in a hectare because they're just in a big shed. They can technically walk wherever they want, but they don't see any sunlight or anything like that. But real deal, Isaac's own free range, happy hens eggs with the best diets. Bugs are involved in the process, so I don't know if bugs are the death of bugs is against veganism or whatever. But
true.
yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't really know what their beliefs are, to be honest. Where they draw the line and whatnot.
You got anyone else home at the moment?
I do.
Yeah. Why don't you just go ask them?
I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but there are vegans in this vegan household that sometimes eat non-vegan products.
Like
interesting,
like chicken,
meat, bacon. It happens.
I think it depends on what reason you're doing it for, right?
In an Islamic vegan household as well. That's crazy.
No, I mean, for my sister at least, who's pretty properly into it, I would say that whole thing, the spiel Isaac just gave about the eggs would be completely okay because the for her the driving factor is the
ethic
quote unquote free range chickens that are packed meters high on top of each other, just rolling around like balls in a McDonald's playground.
Hey, at least they get to roll, unlike the caged chickens.
Oh my god! It's a bit of an iffy debate, and I don't think any three of us are financially on the street. Like we're not. None of us are struggling.
This is a green screen. I'm green screening from the road at the moment.
If it's loud in a second, it's cane season, so there's many trucks going past at all times. I'll try and mute as quickly as possible.
Anyway, I was making that too long-winded, but the point is, I think you probably should judge people that buy battery eggs, because if a dozen eggs is $1.50, and
it absolutely is not $1.50.
In what universe is a dozen eggs?
Fuck, did you last go to the shop? You can't even get fucking the most cruelty inclusive eggs for $1.50, dude.
I'm exaggerating the point, but the point is, they're very cheap.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Like you're looking at that, you got eggs, $12, $20, whatever, and then cruelty, brown cardboard, no flashy packaging. It's like maybe $6, and it's like, why is it so much cheaper? It's just a thought.
I reckon your take's wrong, even though you're the one that works at a supermarket. I think the difference is like $2.
Yeah. Well, that's all the more reason.
Yeah, like if you're if you look at that and go, you know what,
I need that $2.
I need the $2. well, then maybe you are, maybe you maybe you do need the $2. But if you can spare the $2 and you go, you know what, no, I'm going to save the $2 here, you're actually a piece of shit.
I just think they taste better. I don't know.
I like the higher cortisol levels in the fucking egg white.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, it's so
What
sad.
is actually a piss take, though, is like when you're buying chicken breast and it's like RSPCA approved chicken breast.
Mm.
It's like, bro, either way, that chicken has been, pumped full of fucking everything. And then as soon as it was large enough, it was slaughtered in a pretty disgusting way. I don't think the RSPCA is about as good as the fucking Heart Foundation tick at that point.
Oh,
is it not?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's true.
They've got to be bought off. There's no way they're not. The chickens are just being juiced to the gills, and then as soon as they're big enough
to gills. What fucking chickens are you buying?
The ones that are pumped full of everything.
Fucking Aquaman's chickens.
Juiced to the gills, and then once they're big enough to compete in a local bodybuilding event, they're taken up to slaughter.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, they do be a good source of protein. So Matt, you should probably get some at some point.
Mm.
Yeah,
it would be nice.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, maybe pose that question about my very happy chickens to your family and let us know their responses next week.
Isaac, I thought you were exclusively my egg dealer. I don't really appreciate you trying to get more volunteers for your eggs.
Hey, buddy, you got a need for 14 eggs a day?
I could have 6 a day.
Yes.
I ate 4 today and I'm still not keeping up.
Dude, I've changed my work lunch. My go-to work lunch now is a bagel. But in that bagel, I scramble eggs and put them in a bowl, and then put that in the microwave, and it turns into like a low flat bowl.
Yep.
And that's it's like an omelet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Nice.
Maybe I should try doing that, but just with like 6 hard-boiled eggs, just positioned in a sandwich. Just whole hard-boiled eggs.
Egg salad every day until the day you die.
Yeah, an egg dog. Put them in a hot dog bun.
No, stop.
Oh.
End to end.
No, it's okay.
How many eggs do you reckon you could eat in one day?
Look,
like
there's so much
physically
good cholesterol you can have. Good cholesterol or whatever.
The only way to stop bad cholesterol is a good cholesterol.
No,
That's
stop. I thought it was diet and exercise.
They should start teaching cholesterol in schools.
They did briefly. Were you not there?
It's good to hear. No, my cholesterol is good, actually.
I didn't ask.
Yeah, well.
Sorry.
Oh, it reminds me of another great moment on Saturday night where I started rambling about something. I went to see my GP, and I'm officially obese. And but I have good cholesterol, and I went on for like what felt like 5 minutes. I eventually go, anyway, the point is, I don't think I have a point. I'm thinking,
What, everyone just felt sorry for you?
I'm wasting these people's time. What's happening?
Well,
To be
there's,
fair, that was a bit how our conversation went on the way to Salty Season as well. Matt just kept talking, and we missed 2 exits that would have brought us remotely close to Surfers Paradise.
probably if you let him drive.
I'm a fine driver. No complaints.
And by fine
He just
driver,
complained.
you mean you've been fined driving many times.
Nice.
Oh no.
But yeah, no,
Terrible.
you're officially obese, and your cholesterol thing brings back the old classic: being in shape doesn't actually necessarily mean you're healthy.
That was the joke I was trying to make.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, you can contrast it with me, who counts their calories, but then also figures out the most shitty way I can, get things into my body. Um, buying
Inject the egg whites.
no, going halves in a fucking ice cream machine for the office so we can make, low calorie ice cream with fucking stevia and pudding mix and all this shit. Probably isn't great for my insides, but like it's so tasty, dude. I had a pint of I have a pint of ice cream like, at least once every 2 days. But it's a 300 calorie pint of ice cream with 40 grams of protein. So maybe, Matt, you should just buy an ice cream machine that'll fix all your protein needs.
True. It'd be tasty too.
So good.
I think the gears in the head were at least. There's a lot of people doing comedy that are like way fatter than I am. It's just a fact. And the point is,
You're just big boned.
I'm officially medically obese. So in my head, I thought, if I can convince people that this is what an obese person looks like, I can then flip that on anyone that looks bigger than I do, make them feel bad. I don't know where the joke is.
They're probably the next stage up.
Morbidly.
That's the one.
Is the next step, I believe.
What do you even Google? Medical weights? No, that's not what I wanted.
You get weights for scales.
It legitimately came up with like physio.
Yeah.
But there is something funny about like those little things we do as humans. Like when you're, say you're 5'11" and you say you're 6 foot, or if you're, a few kilos away from a mobility scooter, you go, oh, I am a little husky. It's like, you're not
big boned.
You're not husky, man. You're fucking enormous.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay. So it's not called morbidly obese according to
Oh, did they change it?
yeah,
did they go woke on morbidly
severely
obese?
obese? I think it was causing too much panic, maybe.
Probably. Have they kept morbidly, or did they just move the goalposts because people are getting bigger and bigger?
No, like they just changed the name. I assume it's the same numbers.
Yeah, fair enough. Probably.
The big bones aside, like that would feel bad if you're a Samoan gentleman, just doomed to be obese for your entire life.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't want to flex, but I am healthy.
Yeah, buddy, you've got a tight athlete's body. We've been over this. You fit nicely into a schmedium.
I was fishing for that.
Real nice. Too nice, if you will. So, hey, come on. Give us a chance.
The thing is, though, I reckon someone like Fergo, for example, because he's a little shorter and because he's like yoked and has lots of muscle, he's the classic, BMI calls him overweight.
Yes.
Without a doubt. Like Joe Rogan looks like a triangle.
He could be Doritos mascot.
Doesn't he fucking... Joe Rogan's probably on all sorts of shit, dude.
Oh, yeah.
He's so dense. He almost
TLC,
doesn't look like a real human being.
He's like a chimp with no hair on. Have you seen one of those?
I mean,
they are jacked.
Honestly,
we got to investigate those guys.
Yeah, just eat a lot of bananas. You get
we need to get some
shredded.
we need to get some, steroid testing onto those things because they are unreal.
That's why I've been having banana ice cream actually.
Oh,
because fuck it, what is it?
Monkey never cramp.
Monkey never cramp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
All
right.
Now, should I fill the audience in on the actual story about our delightful trip to see Salty Season a couple of weeks ago?
Depends.
I think you should.
Given Matt omitted some truths, it was a very good time, of course.
He made some truths pre or post or during the show. Salty Season truths or
no, pre.
okay, cool. As long as you're not talking shit about my fucking set, dude, because it was pretty good.
Yeah,
It was good. It was cool to see our boys singing.
it was cool.
A little bit of singing action.
Yeah, it was cool.
And none of that like bass guitarist from Red Hot Chili Peppers with his oohing and his ahhing. Proper singing.
No, fucking I just yelled, dude. Anyway, yeah, let's hear your story.
Yeah, sure. So, as I mentioned, Matt and I
time for.
took a bit of a detour on the way in. Made it in there eventually. We managed, we're going to one of maybe two, if not the most common place you'd be asked for ID into any sort of venue on the Gold Coast, right? Matt's come down from Ipswich with his phone, wallet case, nothing in the case, just his phone. That's
He didn't want to lose his cards, obviously.
Didn't want to lose his cards, obviously. We go into a place to get pizza, get checked for ID. The guy was like, whatever, as long as you're out before 10. I was like, yeah, that's fine. We're just here for food anyway. And then we go to get into elsewhere. Actually need ID at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Matt's got nothing on him. And I was like, do you at least have digital ID on your phone? Is that a thing? Was his response. Yes. So I wait outside with him while he tries to find any photo of his license or anything like that on his phone, which he didn't have. So he actually, before he was looking for the photo, he tried to went to download the app itself. For whatever reason, he needed to get into some Microsoft account to download that to access an email or something like that, to verify the email address that he'd put in to create an account, which needed some sort of other recovery process to get because he couldn't figure that out. And then he calls his dad to get a photo of his license, which he didn't have on hand. And then the digital license app needs a second form of verification. So he had to call his dad back again to find his passport to send a photo of that through, to then punch in the digits to verify his ID to set up his digital ID finally. The passport photo was almost too blurry to read, which would have been hilarious. He had to make a third phone call back to his dad, disgruntling him even further, and take another photo. But got there in the end, so Matt is now set up for digital ID, and then we managed to get inside. Yeah, local, almost 30-year-old man doesn't carry ID with him, not even when driving motor vehicle.
You've actually reminded me to put my card into the Queensland government license app.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and just do that now.
Yeah. Good shout. That way you've got it on you. But yeah, after that, it was a delightful time. We wandered into elsewhere, which, I guess technically a nightclub. I hadn't been there before. The bar setup seemed like a pretty, I don't know, muso sort of bar, craft beer sort of written on the back wall for $10 or whatever it was. And then I see a delightful tap of Carlton Draft next to the only other tap of Stone and Wood, which looked phenomenally out of place. But I said to Matt, wouldn't it be great if we came in here and just got some Carlton Drafts? And the bartender pretty much autopiloted straight to the Stone and Wood and poured like half a beer before we pulled her up on it. But they're only $5 each all night, which is pretty good. Happily take that.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Yeah.
I think they were $5 each until 10 p.m.
All night, if you will.
When did you guys start?
10:15, I think.
Interesting.
Further studies.
Or maybe it was 11. Because
It
like
might have been 11. I
the
definitely had a
nightclub
drink.
crowd gets in at like 11 normally.
Yeah, I definitely had a drink whilst you were playing at the start, anyway. But no, good time. Matt, phenomenally unorganised.
Weird that.
Yeah, shocking.
That's unusual. I've got mine on my phone already. Took me that long. It does show me my old license photo. Well, sorry, current. I guess it's my current license photo though, but it's a fucking shock. Oh, you can't see it. Thank Christ. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's not the same person. You can barely see it. I'm not going to bother.
see it. The tough thing with my New South Wales license, right? The physical card, the photo's quite small. Like you can't really see it, which is great. With the digital license, it makes it, I don't know, it seems like this big, like way too big and super duper detailed. I was like, oh, fuck. This is a tough look.
I can't believe anyone would ID me with the way I look.
Don't you know who I am?
They literally have to. They have to scan in your ID at nightclubs and that.
I didn't know that. I know that now.
Yeah.
I think what I was most offended by the entire night were these two English lads, maybe like 22, and they asked me if I wanted or if I was interested in like entry to some, gentleman's club, if you will. And I thought I had more than enough holes in my shoes to prove that I'm not someone that has money to go into a nightclub.
I think a gentleman's club is more like a strip club.
Yeah.
Well, he certainly doesn't have money for that.
No way.
He can watch.
Just
Favorite pastime.
Yeah.
viewing corner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm worried that it's 30 minutes in and we've only done the first note on funny business.
Sure. Well, this is what happens. I'm back.
Man can tell a story. This is fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Matt was rambling about obese people, to be fair.
Yeah, that is fair.
Yeah.
Is it? I assume this next point's yours as well.
Yes, it is. So attended a wedding same weekend as Healthy Season. Obviously missed the show because of it. Delightful, beautiful occasion. Now, what was disappointing was the lack of people dancing. There was probably, 50-ish at the wedding in total, and then, maybe closer to 35 at the sort of afters, kick-ons when the DJ got out and stuff like that. Out of that many people, how many people do you think would have been, and this is two white people getting married, I'll preface it with that.
Mm-hmm.
How many people do you think out of 35 would have been up on the dance floor when Mr. Brightside came on?
Dude, I was queuing up a Mr. Brightside joke.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Okay.
Like realistically, it should have been 35, but
Yeah. With you?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, you're either going to have 35 or you're going to have 0.
Well, guess who has 2 thumbs and was the only guy dancing Mr. Brightside and sing along?
no way.
Fucking this guy.
That's not okay.
And the D floor was empty before that came on because, other songs were being played or whatever at that
But
time.
still.
And he puts it on and I was like, well, I got to go.
I'm busy.
Yeah.
I'm having a moment of culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he even, turned it down for, some line or whatever, some lyric, and it was just me singing out loud for a second, just fully committed.
Don't you worry. At any future wedding celebration I may have, Mr. Brightside will be playing, and it will be mandatory that anyone under the age of, 40 has to dance along.
Yeah.
No.
I don't want to make anyone with bad knees dance long, of course, but like
that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, I was putting in full time hard yards, keeping the D floor active for most of the evening when other people weren't on it, just to make the DJ feel like he was doing an okay job.
nice.
Which he was. It was just not a great showing.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
He would have thought that was his trump card too. Like that's like classic, like that's dude playing a white wedding. He's like, no worries, I've got this.
Yeah, we're in for a fill up here.
Yeah,
get people back in. Good showing from the boys. Eagle Rock. Though.
Oh, that's good actually.
We had probably 15 with dacks around ankles pretty rapidly. I was the first, of course.
Yeah, fucking over you were. That might be pushing. That's probably pushing more than we had at Marcus and Steph's, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely more. Definitely more, yeah. Which was impressive given it was a much smaller group. It was, pretty much everyone.
Just an intimate little pantsing.
I heard it start fading and I was like, is that Eagle Rock? Uh-oh.
Looks down, pants are already on the floor.
Yeah, my belt undid itself. I was like, oh, okay, here we go.
Leviosa.
Mm-hmm. But no, delightful evening otherwise. What else? Whose point is this? House security.
Oh yeah, so I got broken into on the weekend.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
It wasn't great. I left to go to the pool and I left the front door unlocked because
Sunday morning?
There was people home. Yeah, Sunday morning.
Yeah. I thought so.
There was people home. It was just Aiden that was home. Left the front door unlocked. And then I get a message saying I've left the eggs on your kitchen bench. Only person that saw me was Gemma, the dog, and she obviously didn't do her guard dog job very much because I guess you weren't deterred.
She barked from the couch, didn't leave the couch.
Fucking typical. Mm-hmm. She's retired, so that's fair enough.
Makes sense.
But yeah, thanks for the eggs.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Hit you with the
a third
reverse
through them
robbery.
Already. Yeah. I noticed one of my mandarins was gone. Was that you?
No, that wasn't me.
That was Sam. Yeah.
Might have been. All right. Moving on. First segment, Butcher of the Week. I've got unless Matt has a minute. Do we have time for a minute or 30 seconds?
I don't have a minute. Today.
I need to grab my water bottles on the ground too far
He
away.
doesn't even have a minute. All right, that's fine. Butcher of the Week. My nomination, executive producer Teddy. This past weekend being, approximately 27 hours ago, some of the neighbours' chickens were on our property, and he caught sight of them, and he chased them all the way back to their coop and may have unalived a couple of them.
Oh, a couple?
Not ideal.
They did wander into your property, though.
They did.
Yeah.
The guy was not particularly happy yesterday afternoon, and then I went and bought 3 chickens to replace them. Just do a little bit extra, and dropped them off this afternoon. And yeah, they weren't there. I just left them, and then heard him sing out and had a better chat to him this afternoon and remedied things and smoothed things over.
Oh, that's pretty nice of you.
Yeah. He apologised for some stuff he said yesterday when he was not happy.
Oh, fuck that guy. What a tool. If they wander into your property, it is what it is.
He didn't know that at the time. He thought my dog just ran onto his property and got his chickens.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Sorry, did Teddy kill chickens?
2, yeah.
What a fucking gun, dude. He's slightly punching above his weight at that point, I think, right?
He definitely equal, for sure. Yeah.
Well, 2v1.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that too.
It's pretty good.
Teddy might be, weighing right in around bantamweight, if you will.
That's pretty good. That's not bad.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Chicken humor. You can get it here every week.
Excellent jokes every week.
Oh.
All right. That's
Let's
it.
fucking move along.
Anyone else nominations?
How much does a chicken cost?
What were they? $28.
Really?
Yep.
That's how much Matt reckons a fucking dozen free range eggs is. So, do you never stock the fucking eggs?
No, I do. I just can't.
No, he's a
remember.
vegan.
Oh yeah,
They're pretty expensive, but I remember
Yeah.
the cage ones being significantly cheaper. Like they'd be sold out every time.
well yeah, you're an hippie.
What wouldn't
Yeah.
be sold out? This
That's
was
more
on the
of a-
Gold Coast even.
Oh yeah,
But what wouldn't be sold out was the Happy Hen free range, $8 an egg. It was like $12, but you only got 4. Pretty.
those are the
pretty
ones that
expensive.
they have one hen per fucking hectare though.
Yeah.
In a housing crisis.
Yeah, it might be
There
more
is-
reflective of the economic market than...
Yeah. There is you have to split the difference between, quality of life for chickens and human housing crisis because there's fucking too much land for chickens.
And your own quality of life, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a-
But
Any other butchers?
I've got
Nah.
a butcher.
do you?
I do.
And why is it it's not in the
How
outline?
about it?
I kept in my notes.
Oh,
Yeah. No, so my butcher of the week is a friend of the show. A friend of a friend? Well, he's my friend, so a friend of the show, I suppose.
well,
Anyway,
it depends. Doesn't he have to be a friend of all of us to be a friend of the show?
Is he friendly?
he's pretty friendly.
I see.
What's his name and address?
Might have to pay him a visit, see how friendly he really is.
Yeah.
See if he'll let us in.
See if he make his dinner.
No, so friend of the show, Paul, who lives in Victoria. He
Shout out, Paul.
travels for work, and he always celebrates his first night at a new location by ordering a giant curry with extra spice. And he
That's the
stopped
exact
over.
order. He calls the Indian restaurant and says, "Can I have a giant curry with extra spice?"
It's what he likes. Yeah, first
Interesting.
night in
Yeah.
a new town,
Mhm.
and he stopped over in one of those Western motels, and not the Clint Eastwood cigar in the mouth, Wild West cowboys with the Indians that like tobacco and stuff.
Native Americans,
the-
but yep.
The better Western, if you will, the best Western.
Was it the best?
We're not sponsored, but
No,
anyway,
we could be.
Unfortunately, you see, Paul, he clogged the toilet, and by accident, I assume. But how many times can one man clog a toilet before you start thinking to yourself, this poor guy might enjoy clogging toilets? I'm thinking, but we can't put all the blame on Paul because perhaps the toilet shouldn't have been in line with Paul. For example, perhaps the toilet should have avoided contact with Paul altogether. These are all just hypotheticals, of course. I'm no expert on lines. I'm no mathematician or AFL tribunal, for example. But anyhow, it was time to check out. He had to get to work the next day and check out the motel or the hotel, whatever they are. And he was rather embarrassed about the situation, clogging the toilet, as we all now know Paul definitely did. And the next day, the toilet still being clogged and all, he was in a bit of an anxious state, and he was afraid of being confronted by the owners and the receptionists. But he's a quick thinker, Paul, and so he ran back up to his room, and he found the plunger next to the toilet, and now equipped with the plunger in his hands, he ran back down and he beat the receptionist to death. It's crazy, Always an outside the box thinker, Paul. It's an unorthodox use of a plunger if I'd ever seen one, but I would have just used it to unclog the toilet. But
Is
yeah,
Paul real?
he is.
Have you just given
prep?
Have you just given Paul the Zach treatment?
Yeah, I thought I'd mix it up.
Yeah. Zach's gonna be sitting at home like, what the fuck?
But I also have a real butcher of the week. I burnt 2 of my fingers on the fireplace.
Ah, just 2 of them, huh? What were you doing on the fireplace?
I tried to open the door with a very tiny metal handle as the fire was roaring. And the second I touched it, I went, oh, yeah.
Can you tell a more refined version of the Paul joke as part of your stand-up set?
No, I think that was the perfect length.
No, that length is good. The length is fine, but yeah, just like practice it a bunch and then put it in your set, dude. It can't be any worse than your obese thing that didn't have a point.
No, I don't know what that was.
It was a draft.
This actually happened. I was helping the guy out who runs the show, and I was helping check people's tickets off as they came in. And then when I get up on stage,
paid?
I got paid a little bit. Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's because he was charging a door fee on people.
I know you've got a ticket, but you have to pay me as well. I'm like the troll.
But when I finally get up on stage, I just go, "Hello, you might remember me from the door." And everyone lost their minds. And I just stood there for like 10 seconds.
Dude, I dead set think you have to be forever working at the door for all your gigs now.
Note to self, work a door first.
Yeah, that's a great way to open the set.
Oh, it's just like, it was a lot. It felt very uncomfortable.
Comedian gets uncomfortable when people laugh at his joke.
Well, it's like...
That's like a porn star getting uncomfortable when people look at them naked.
It might not be cut out for it.
It's like if an absolutely beautiful woman came up to you and said, I think you look pretty good. And you go, oh, hang on a second. Where's the cameras?
I've actually had that before.
Oh, Mr. Schmedium T guy over here.
Yeah, that's right. Probably at one of his run clubs or something, I imagine.
No, I was gonna say my really beautiful girlfriend tells me I look good.
Oh. Wow.
I'm schmoozing and she doesn't even listen to the show, dude.
It's good.
I just dribbled too.
All right. We'll pencil that one into the shit list. Any other movements for the shit list, boys?
Oh, that's brilliant.
Did you ever expect any better though? Because that's the part of the shit list.
Good point.
Which is why St Kilda's off the shit list now.
Oh.
Don't skip ahead. All right, should we
No movements. Let's go. All right, round 21 headlines. Friday night, first up at Marvel, we had Footscray Bulldogs versus Melbourne Demons. Footscray 15-20, 110. Melbourne 9-5, 59.
Just quietly, their Guernsey was looking pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. That's my headline.
Okay, great, excellent. Thank you.
It's not. Sorry. I've gone back to basics with D's finals hopes exercised by tough bite of Bulldogs.
Oh,
very nice.
Could have ripped it straight from the AFL website.
Yeah. Very good. Matthew?
Australia Zoo may never quite be the same as it once was, with Steve no longer at the helm. But to make matters worse, Rob has been so preoccupied with his TV deals and soup commercials that he forgot he left the dogs out. It may have taken some decades, but finally those Baja men can rest assured, knowing it was in fact Robert's fault. I should have read that out loud before I committed to it.
Matt's a one-take sort of guy.
My favourite part is that you said left the dogs out. Who left the dogs out?
Woof, woof. He let him out and left him out. Forgot to put him back in. Oh, goodness me.
It had bones.
Damn it.
I was just sad because you mentioned Steve Irwin, that's all. Sorry.
It's a rough start.
Shred the field. Too soon still.
There will always be too soon.
Never forget, as we say.
We got to get all the Crocodile Hunter DVDs off Amazon or something, just to make sure that all our future children can watch it, and then when they're like age 12, we'll tell them that Steve's dead. Just to, because that's how old roughly we were, and it really puts in perspective. I feel like it was part of growing up, and it shaped me, the person I am today.
The kids are just like, oh, wow, I can't wait to see the great position the earth and wildlife in Australia is going to be in with this guy at the helm supporting it at the forefront.
Looks out the window, it's burning to the fucking ground.
Looks at the coal mine out the window.
Oh, no. No, we're going off coal. It'll be a big fuck off nuclear
It's okay,
plant.
we're getting royalties out of it now, maybe. Or you Queenslanders are, at least.
Oh, sucks to
feels good.
suck, dude.
All right, I had Melbourne laundrymen working overtime after foot stray dogs show dominant style, spraying a large load of behinds.
Yeah.
When you said laundry, I was like, oh, yeah, he's going to go for the bulldog, like a ripping apart the demon, blood everywhere vibe. Nah, just come. Thanks.
All right. Another game happened out west. Doesn't matter. Moving on.
I wrote 2 for the game that doesn't matter.
Okay. We're talking about the NRL game that they had in Perth on at the same time, and that's totally not why the Suns and West Coast played at this time over in Perth.
Definitely is.
Optus Stadium, West Coast Eagles 15-7, 97, Gold Coast Suns 13-9, 87.
I've got one grumpy one, semi-grumpy. Matty Rowe's 12 clearances, 30 disposals, not enough for Suns' victory. Maybe, just maybe, if someone managed to get on one of his big booming clearances, the Suns would be able to win these games. Or maybe he should stop with the kicks to no one. I don't know. It could be in the game plan. I both went hard on Matty Rowell and also didn't go hard on Matty Rowell at the same time.
Yeah, good. I would rather a kick. You want to kick? I don't want a handball into someone else in traffic. That's in the same clearance.
Yeah, sorry. Just to clarify,
on the foot.
If those are the only 2 options I'm getting, I'm going kick to intercept possession every day of the week.
Yeah, half forwards work harder.
Well, yeah, maybe they should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Contested handball, kick to intercept.
Well, it's all good because this matchup next year will be easier because the Eagles won't have Tom Barrass.
True.
He's gone everywhere, judging by the internet.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's linked to every club.
And sorry, my positive one is positive for the Suns. Sorry. Harley Reid finds out what it's like to come up against a real midfield bull, but still wins game. Will he learn his lesson?
Doubt it.
Yes. Sucks to suck.
There's only like 2 people in the league that can tackle like Matt Rowell. So he'll probably keep doing his thing.
Yep.
Matthew, would you like to go?
Yeah. Get out of the way. Mayhaps the game was hosted by the Parisian Olympic Committee, for it borrowed from biblical tales but with fresh modern twists. Why, in this case, the Eagles flew too close to the sun, but instead their wings catching alight, they swiftly defeated the Gold Coast Warriors by painting themselves blue and exposing their testicles.
That should have been in your stand-up set.
He's gonna say that in every set for the next year, and he'll be like, "Yeah, you guys remember in round 21 when Gold Coast went to Optus to face the Eagles?"
Oh shit! That was phenomenal. Well done.
Thank you.
You had me at the Greek mythology part.
The Suns fought bravely out west in footy heartland for their finals freedom, but despite Mac Andrews' best effort, the Suns season was drowned by Waterman.
Just quietly moving into positive areas. You know how there's the whole thing where dudes always think about the Roman Empire or whatnot.
Sure.
Why aren't we
Sure.
talking? No, we do.
I'll tell myself I don't.
Okay. Well, why aren't we thinking more about Alexander the Great?
It's a great question.
Exactly.
We've had better Macedonians since then.
We literally haven't. Don't say anyone from the Dacos family.
Yeah.
Damn.
Alexander's greatest Macedonian to have ever and will ever live.
Shout out our North Macedonian listeners.
And if you're going to talk,
wild right now.
if you're going to talk about greatest of all time debate, you probably got to put him in there, right? Because he did a lot with less.
He's in the conversation for sure.
Yeah, he's in the conversation as compared to like Julius,
Sure,
the salad guy, who did a lot with a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He's Julius Caesar's like the Pep Guardiola.
Easy mode
of emperors. Yeah, like you're turning up to something that's already pretty sick.
Mm-hmm. He's the Chris Scott of emperors. Rolled into Geelong with the best list ever.
This is pretty great.
And I guess Julius Caesar.
Legionnaires.
Sorry, not Julius Caesar. Alexander the Great's probably more like your Jurgen Klopp. By the time he left, everyone was pretty like, yeah, you know what, that's pretty sick.
Wasn't called the Great until his last season in charge.
Yeah. You don't want to jinx it.
Alexander did get a lot of help from his dad, just
True.
like Peter.
True.
Interesting.
Peter who?
Dacos.
Oh.
Don't let the Collingwood fans get a nip of this, though. If I see an Alexander the Great sort of banner,
no.
If I see
Nick
Peter
on
the
it.
Great on a banner this week, I'm going to be so angry.
Yeah, out of the handful of people that listen to this, one of them's a diehard Collingwood member who we've never heard of before and whips up a banner for this week's game, which they're totally gonna lose, by the way. But whatever. Anyway, sorry for distracting. I was thinking about ancient battles again and such.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll tell myself, don't think about the Roman Empire that much. Prefer Greek mythology, but the thing that just rings through my head is the scene just before the Battle of Pelennor Fields, where King Theoden is riling up the Rohirrim.
Yeah,
so good.
That'll do it. Look, back in my day, I would have remembered the names of. Oh yeah, no, okay, yeah. So no, the Greek ones are the goat ones. The Greek gods, the Greek mythology is way cooler. They got the good names.
Better.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Sorry.
But the Roman ones have all the planet names.
Well, yeah, because history is written by the victor, and then they just like copied their homework.
True. Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. All right, moving on. Yeah. Marvel, North Melbourne, 14,690. Richmond, 10,1777.
North back themselves, telling the AFL community they never even wanted first pick in this year's draft.
If you win a game of Mario Kart 64 against your younger, stupider nephew, and also his controller was unplugged the whole time, did you really win?
Dude, I have a big brother, little brother thing later in my recaps. Actually, that's funny as.
Awful lot less Richmond fans I've seen around. Funny so that.
Good.
I've seen some half like ripped membership stickers.
Red Hot Roos serve up spot on Souvlaki as Davies Uniacke drops a big L on the Punt Road Pussycats.
They definitely are the Pussycats this year. Jesus Christ.
I think I don't know, adversity, whatever you want to call it. But like losing is good for a club because I hated Richmond as much as anyone else did, especially when you see the bumper stickers. And then watching that game, like, Bolton is a phenomenally good player and he's trying his hardest. And you actually, you start to feel something other than hatred for him. It's good.
I think that's called pity.
Yeah.
It's 100% pity, yeah.
Clubs need to go through that because if, I don't know, you end up being Collingwood otherwise.
You're in a bad spot when North Melbourne fans pity you.
They had so many behinds. When I flipped the game, I couldn't catch the first half, so I was listening. And when I flipped it on for the third, which was a great choice, great quarter to come into, but
The what?
they had so many behinds, like such a suspiciously high amount that you're thinking to yourself, they've got to be panicking or something. Like every time they touch the ball, they must just be kicking it. And yeah, that's exactly what they did.
Mm-hmm.
They touched the ball and not even scanning for like a player or an assist. It's just like, oh my God, I've got the ball. I need to kick this immediately.
Or, hear me out, they were playing for first draft pick.
Could be.
Perhaps. Let's just rewind the tape and confirm that there was so many behinds that Matt couldn't help but come into the third quarter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so 4, 6, 2, 5 behinds for a total of 17.
Oh.
Brother. Ugh.
Tough look.
They literally were playing for first draft pick, weren't they? They're like, all right, we got to show intent to win, but we'll just kick behind all afternoon.
Yeah.
They were winning when they kicked the majority of the behinds. So they were just leaving the door open for a loss.
They were just setting it up.
Suspicious. Yeah.
All right. Down in Geelong, we had the Cats 13-12-90, Adelaide Crows 13-7-85.
Geelong makes beating bad team look difficult. Whatever gets bums on seats at Gem HBA, I suppose.
Matthew?
Fucking
Sorry.
hell, dude.
Oh, I thought Isaac was going to go for some reason.
I can go if you'd like.
No, let's
Yeah.
keep going top down. It's
Yeah,
really,
mate.
it tickles.
After barely escaping with their lives from the mighty Hawk, the feeble Crows crashed into a fancy bar in the nice part of Geelong where a rich upper-middle-class lesbian's senile cat finished it off.
Did what? Dude, stop. Someone's a bit frustrated, I think.
I don't know anything about Geelong. I just wrote stuff.
They have the Cats and the NDIS. That's all we know.
And high paid tradies.
True. Yeah, very high-paid tradies. Geelong win GMH BAFTA after Cameron directs six-part thriller. Or I should say GMH BA FTA.
So if he had kicked 6 behinds to go along with his 6 goals, right, he would have been the only player to have kicked 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, 5-5, and 6-6 in a game.
Mm-hmm. Pretty wild.
Instead, he's one of like 5 players that have done it all the way up to 5 instead. I think it's the same season, though. Sorry. Yep,
That's
same
wild.
Season. Yeah.
That's very wild.
Yeah.
All right, good to move on.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Adelaide Oval, Port Adelaide, 22-16, 148 versus probably a really bad team. The Sydney Swans, 5-6-36.
I've got 3. My first one's Jesus Christ. That's it. And then I've got Big Brother has a great time in Christmas game of footy until he is told by his parents to go easy on his little brother. Still ends up spanking him. And then my actual one is Port Adelaide boot up FIFA 2016 and pick Barcelona. Gives the easy CPU player Brisbane Roar. After ruining his perfect streak 22 minutes into the second quarter, allowing the CPU to score a goal, making the score 11 goals 1 in the 22nd minute of the second quarter, Port Adelaide put down the controller, the clueless CPU managing to score 4 more goals, but also let in another 11 before full time.
Brutal.
Yeah. I hated every set. This is shit house.
When I saw the little score bug as I was watching the other game, I could see the score bug just ticking up, and Swan sat on 0, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not changing the channel."
I stayed until they scored that first behind, and I was like, "Oh well, this bullshit. This is over now."
Yeah. I that was literally when I first changed the channel, was to see them score and behind, and then the one behind go up on the scoreboard as a close up.
Yeah.
Oh man,
It was
all the Port fans
brutal.
cheering.
Yeah. It was wild. It was insane. I can't believe it went on for that long.
Mm-hmm. Matthew?
I've got mine out of order, sorry. Just like Joe Biden, the Swans' dreams of another final glory are officially Jova.
They're not Jova. They can still... No team has ever won the premiership after losing a game by this much, but they could still win it.
You heard it here first. Matt's called it. The Swans are done.
It felt intense when I wrote it, but man, 85 points.
The goose is cooked. 112 points.
Oh.
Too many.
I had 23 Swans die by electrocution as lightning strikes 22 times in Adelaide.
Yeah, lightning doesn't strike at the same place twice.
He's already dead.
Yeah, just brutal. Just brutal when it was, 71-0 or something? Is that what it was at one point?
What did I say it was? It was 11 goals, so it was at least 66.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brutal.
Very bad. All right, and then same time at the MCG, a game much more worth watching. Collingwood 12-12, 84. Carlton 11-15, 81.
Oh, I see. I've got it before it on it. I just missed it. It blended in with my 3 Port ones. Unfortunately, the Blues didn't manage to get Jack Martin a win in his 150th game.
That sucks.
Yeah, tough.
Sucks for Martin.
Yeah.
Matty?
Enjoy the Blues' defeat, but beware it comes with a Collingwood victory. Oh, that's bad. But it comes with the tears of Carlton fans. That's good. But the pies are heating up. Oh, that's bad. But the lids are back on. Oh, that's good. But Pendlebury celebrated his 400th game with a win. Can I go now?
I don't like it here.
Carlton comeback cut off by Collingwood as Pies swoop on prize for Pendles. McGovern's money shot misfires, leaving baggers blue.
Nice. I knew both of you Pendlebury suck-ups would put his 400th in yours. As soon as I saw that someone else had a milestone, I was like, abso-fucking-lutely. That is my headline.
You know, he used to play basketball.
Did you see the video I sent in the chat the other day?
He's played less than 5 seasons worth of NBA games. Just put that into perspective.
He was quoted in an interview. Oh, what was the question?
after the game, he mentioned it in the
Did he?
interview. Yeah.
Why?
Just
Did
as
he
a joke.
apologize? Has he ever apologized for what he said? Women are better at doing the dishes and cooking or something?
What?
That's what he said in the clip I sent the other day to the chat.
I thought it was something to do with him playing basketball.
I did not see that one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was in basketball kit at the time. It didn't look like Collingwood kit.
I see.
Was he
Yeah.
like 15?
He didn't. I don't know.
Probably.
Might have been Collingwood kit. It was pretty low quality.
Fair enough.
If you had
I did not
all
see
watched
that
the
clip.
meme when I sent it, you'd have understood. But it was sexist as hell. And the female reporter was like, "Brother, ugh."
I don't know how I feel about that meme, but it is funny every time.
It's so good. It hits so good.
Did she
Anyway.
react better or worse than that FIFA guy that like went up behind the girl and grabbed her breasts when he put the medal around her neck? And he's like, "Oh, Miss Cusi." I barely remember the story, but he did something real weird, and everyone's
Is
like,
that a different guy to the Spanish coach who was kissing his players on the lips?
"That was the guy. That was the guy."
Far out.
Spain,
He can't
Italy.
keep getting away with this.
Oh,
But
my
no,
God.
Pendlebury did mention his basketball background in his post-match interview from the rooms.
Good for him.
On Fox Footy. He's become self-aware.
Yeah,
Sexist.
it's weird for him to bring it up.
Yeah. The one thing I didn't know, which I read in the lead up to this match this week, was he was at the IAS for basketball and decided to leave and pursue footy, which opened up a spot for Paddy Mills at the AIS.
No kidding.
Yeah. Kind of wild.
Thanks, Pendles.
Yeah.
You're
Shout out.
sexist.
Maybe a better guy than we first thought.
No, I just said the sexist thing. You can't.
I know what I said.
He created a pathway for an Indigenous sports person.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
I didn't say he was racist.
I think racist trumps sexist. So +1 to Pendles.
I'm not sure if you can.
Point
if you can.
Pendlebury.
I'm not sure if you can tier list.
Their tier list thing, you know it. There's a list. You know it. I know it.
Well, hear me out. Hear me out. If you had to go off pure numbers, being sexist affects more people. Because if you say something bad about a female, you're insulting more people. So if anything, that's the worst.
But what if
He's
you
right.
say...
You
What
know,
if
Depends on
you
the
say-
content. It entirely depends on the content, right?
What
But
if you
have to
say
just
something
take pure
about a
numbers-
female of colour?
Well, then you're doing both, aren't you?
yeah, but only to a small group of people.
That's much more targeted, therefore worse.
It's the intent.
It's hard to judge intent.
It is. That's how Maynard keeps getting away.
Thank you. Can't keep getting away with it.
Oh, man.
I mean, someone else did the Maynard the other week anyway.
Yeah.
Someone else bottle rocketed themselves into someone else. So.
Yeah. Not because I pick it this time.
No. No, it was a bigger human being, so it actually caused damage or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it was it Darcy at the Bulldogs, maybe? Large-ish human?
No, I can't remember.
Can't remember.
Impossible to know at this point.
All right. At risk of being here until midnight, moving on to Sunday's games. At
Yep.
Monica Oval, the Giants 12-12-84, Hawthorn 12-10-82.
Game of the round, people are saying. It was pretty good.
I mean, it must
People
have
are
been
saying
good. Both Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and Buddy Franklin were there to watch.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
And even the AFL CEO was there, so must have been the best game of the round.
It was. I mean, look how close it was. There was a game that was closer, but we won't. That game was worse because it involved the Bombers. So whatever. But my headline is: the Giants give the Hawk the tour and spit on Hawthorn's finals hopes.
He's bringing it back.
No, because they call themselves Hawk. So I don't know why.
I didn't know that.
I've ordered the Jack Ginnivan, Nick Watson Hawk shirt. Yeah.
I didn't know they were the Hawthorn Hams. Come the Hawks.
Do you want to order your own Hawk shirt? Oh, they're all sold out. Sorry, you can't get one anymore.
Oh no!
It literally just said Hawk 2024. It was like a white shirt with brown and gold writing. It says Hawk 2024, or there's one of like a graphic of Watto jumping on Ginny. Mm-hmm. Pretty good. You can see it when I get it.
The guy from Star Wars.
Shut the fuck up.
Matthew.
Sorry. The music was pumping at the Honey Hole, New South Wales' #1 gentlemen's club. Things were going great for the Hawks until Weddle got overexcited and creamed himself during a private dance. He was thrown out, and whilst the bouncers were distracted, Jesse Hogan took Weddle's girl into the bathroom. A devastating end to the Hawks night. And not implying that, nothing sexist, like it's his girl. It's just, it was the girl that Weddle was talking to. He kind of swooped in at the end.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, no worries.
I love how the footy ground in the ACT is New South Wales' best brothel.
They've got the money.
To be in New South Wales and ACT at the same time.
I don't know. It's all the same thing. It's like New Zealand's just another state, basically. You know what I mean?
I don't actually. Go on.
You should go over there and say that. They'll love it.
I had Jesse Slott's goals, Hogan and Hogan, as Giants pull themselves out of a sticky situation at the Honey Hole.
I hate to love it.
Oh, man.
I was trying as mightily as I could to get the birds and the bees reference into the Honey Hole, but I just couldn't put it together. The Greater Western Sydney giant bumblebees didn't quite roll off the tongue the way I wanted it to.
Really doesn't.
There's not a single use of the word sticky on AFL.com. Unbelievable.
They're missing out.
A game at the Honey Hole and you're not using the word sticky at least once.
Well, the ball was sticking to Hogan's mitts, so...
Now, I was listening to this one on ABC Grandstand, shout out, best callers, and there was one moment where the broadcast cut to, clearly on the camera, cut to the Prime Minister, and he got a little boo, and they were like, it's only because he's wearing a Hawk scarf. And then one of them was like, yeah, but maybe there's some political alignments in there too. But it could be a good time for me to dust off the old I was saying Albanese meme, but with Hawks gear.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good. Man.
And then another bit on the call was a lovely little treat that would have fit in well here. Little bit of 1-2-1-2 action of the Hawks. More McDonald. Like a kid on a road trip. Very nice. Shout out the guys at Grandstand. They're having fun with it.
That's all you need. All you need is to be listening to someone actually having fun doing something.
Yeah.
That's why people don't listen to us. We fucking hate this.
This is work. We're
It's
like the
laborious.
Mythbusters guys.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
they look like they're having fun.
Not in the
true.
end, they weren't.
I see what
Oh,
you mean.
I don't care. Anyway, speaking of not having any fun, the Essendon game's up next.
At the MCG, Essendon 13-12-90, Fremantle 14-5-89.
Flagmantle stutter and stumble to an Essendon side scared of missing finals for another billion years.
Oh, man. Essendon defeat Fremantle by 1. See, this wouldn't have happened with a classic Eric Hipwood behind. Hate on him all you want, but the man can draw games like nobody's business.
I wanted to rag on him this week, and then it turns out he didn't play for the Lions this week because he's injured. So their behind count was unusually low.
Durham Downs Dockers as Dons Dodge Die Ladder Dilemma.
Oh my God.
Fucking hell. I thought I threw a few S words into mine, but you've absolutely fucking flown in there, haven't you?
They're just lucky this wasn't at Docklands.
Yeah.
But yeah, best point of his career.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, if they make finals, we'll be celebrated for that.
yeah, and then we can, expect another, I don't know, half a season of commentators sucking off Sam Draper because he took Ian Mark at the end of the game to stop Freo from having an opportunity to score.
Yep.
Big guy in pack catches ball.
Weird that.
What?
All right, wrapping things up at Marvel, we had St Kilda, that we know and love, 5-9-39. Brisbane Lions, 19-10-124.
I tried so hard. I got so far. But in the end, I don't really have much.
Okay. Thuey?
Completely unrelated, an Eric Hipwood-less Lions side defeat the Saints by 85 points. And away from home, no less.
Interesting.
Man, if AFL was played the way they did the American NFL, Hipwood would be suicidal right now.
All right. I've just whipped something up.
Nice.
Stinky Saints sink unceremoniously to shit tier in the minds of the few who didn't already think they were bad.
Far out.
Even I feel bad for them.
The minds of the few being Ben Teckers, who
Shout out Ben for tipping the Saints so we could all win
St Kilda. Here I am thinking, you know what, picking Brisbane here is just like the pick. Like, it's
Layup.
fine. Like,
Yeah, everyone's on it.
No, we are way too far off the bottom of this comp than we rightfully should be. I mean, Matt is doing not great down there, but like, yeah. Besides that, sorry, where you go?
I'm barely edging out someone on the Autobot.
Nah, you're 10 points ahead of someone on the away game, so you're fine.
Yeah.
They got 1 point this week. You got 6. You had a great week.
Oh,
Very
let's
good week.
go.
All right, I had Lions look to lock in top 4, annihilating horrible holy men in historic manhandling at Marvel.
Nice.
The historic part being 39 points being St Kilda's lowest score ever against the Brisbane Lions and Brisbane Bears.
Wow, wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
far out.
Well, that was the round that was. That's crazy. Now, if you're a fan of the VFL, don't look at the top 4. Because we've got Sydney, Brisbane, Port, Giants.
Big VFL is seething right now with anger.
Yeah. Why do you think they rigged the Gold Coast game all season? Yeah.
Everyone's so mad in there. A little bit of news. Oh, actually, I'll do the Sheeran recap first. Matt stays ahead 15 points after Brisbane won by $1 billion /85. Keelan had Gold Coast away. I've been there. It lost
Never
by 10.
again. Never again.
And I had the Dogs who won pretty comfortably by 51. So now the leaderboard is Matt on 15. I'm on 14. Keelan is on 14. My margin is 483. Keelan's on 346. And Matt, you've got 282.
I fixed it.
So a little bit of a switch up.
Alrighty.
Fix.
Hit the news.
Oh, down there. Excellent. Thank you. Gold Coast Suns former Tiger player Brandon Ellis retires. Announced his retirement after many years. I think he'd played early in the season, but hadn't got back in yet. Dim opting for fresher legs. Sad to see him go as one of only a few people who have decided to join the Gold Coast Suns, not via the draft, not via a mandatory attendance. So, best of luck for him in the future. Joe Danaher has won the Jetta Trophy for the season, which is kicking behind in every AFL match this season. He outlasted the injured Tom Papley. Danaher's on a run not seen since Jason Dunstall in 1992 to win the Golden Jetta of kicking it behind in every match of the season.
To be fair, Dunstall probably kicked fucking 10 goals a game that season as well.
Oh, yeah, he probably averaged, 11-2.
Yeah.
Every game. The award named after Swans and West Coast player Lewis Jetta, who kicked 19 behinds before he kicked his first goal in 2010 in his debut season.
Brother, I'm doing it too much. All right, sorry.
Tough look. Bit of news for your boys, Keelan.
Oh, sorry, that is me. Sorry. So Big Nashy, Connor Nash, has 5 years added to his contract. Love to see it. Big fan of him. Everyone was like, oh, he's going to want to go places now that he's good. But nah, mate. Hawthorn's going places.
Nah, mate.
The AFL granny time has been confirmed to be the traditional time of 3:20 in the afternoon this year.
Good.
2:30.
Sorry,
28th
dyslexic. But you love to see it. No evening game. Don't fuck with the system. And
is that early enough to be a red ball game? I don't remember. Grand finals red ball games?
I think they are.
Surely.
It's like the days are a bit longer at that point.
A certain point, yeah.
And DeGoey is going to rehab with a high-grade hamstring strain, likely out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, brutal. Didn't look good. He was immediately hobbled and hopped his way to the sideline.
Tough that. I mean, the Pies aren't playing finals anyway, so they can. They're not going to. They can. They're not going to. Mm-hmm. They got a tough run home for the next 3 games.
Yeah, unlikely. Apparently, game starting after 3 use a yellow ball, so we should still see a red one.
Nailed it. All right, let's get the tips. I got my phone.
Alrighty. Ooh. Tips out for the boys.
Almost face planted on the way back to my desk.
Doing the thing where it skips to round 23 when we're at round 22. All right, Friday night, SEG. Sydney hosting Collingwood. Ooh, get right spot for the Swans here. They've got to make the most of this one.
Round 23. I don't know anymore, man.
Collingwood were pretty good last week, but they were getting up for a big occasion. Why is points in increments of 5 for me for the margin?
Not for me. You might want to refresh.
What the? I'm going to go the Swans. Margin to be determined.
Margin 6 points. You know what? 4 points. No, you know what? 3 points. Because it's the Collingwoods. But I have
I'm going to take
Swans.
7.
Swans by 20.
Surely the Swans midfield can't have as bad of a time as they had last week.
You wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to drop Callum Mills again. Right before he came back from injury.
Oh, there you go. Easy. No,
Yeah.
they were also right until that one dude posted online just how to beat their midfield.
Yeah,
There
Brandon
was like
Jack.
two drawings,
player.
and now everyone's beating them.
They're like 2 drawings on a napkin, and
Yeah.
it unraveled their whole game plan.
No.
Fuck. All right, and Saturday, 1:45 p.m. at the Gabatoir, Brisbane Lions, GWS Giants. I've got Lions.
This might be game of the round, the Lions.
Definitely.
I don't know about that. You guys haven't looked ahead far enough
What
to the
next
game on at the same time. 1:45 p.m. Blundstone Arena. We've got North Melbourne, West Coast.
Wowee.
Wow, there's going to be dozens of fans in attendance at this one.
I legitimately don't know.
No.
I think I want to pick West Coast.
Oh, how could you? I think
It's North Melbourne.
I'm hoping North's last 2 or 3 game run might give them a bit of confidence. And if they were to win 2 back-to-back games, that would be enormous.
More like a North Miss. All right. Put me down for North Melbourne.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Talked him into it.
Yeah, no, because I had the pun, so.
I'm not sure if I want to take North. I'm on North. I'm a little bit concerned how accurate their kicking's been.
They got to, lose it at some point, surely.
Yeah, right.
They're banking up behind somewhere.
Will this be the week?
A deal with the devil, perhaps.
In windy Hobart, windy Bellerive, right beside the river.
No.
It's coming. Optus Stadium.
I don't know what a Bell Reeve is, but these Blundstone boots surely are nice and comfortable. This stadium brought to you by Blundstone boots.
Yeah. Bellerive
Sorry,
is
I
where
was a
the
bit
ABC
behind there
grandstand
because I don't
broadcast
have
comes from.
Optus home internet. Terribly sorry. Anyway.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Fremantle Geelong over in Optus.
I got Freo.
Ooh. Yeah, me too.
At risk of living in a cave, at Fremantle.
Fremantle.
Nice one.
Thank you.
And then back to the MCG, Melbourne Demons versus Port Adelaide.
Port.
Definitely.
Seem to have the power to win. I think it's Port.
Good one. And then Marvellous. Not Marvellous, Essendon. Jesus Christ. At Marvel, we have Essendon versus the Gold Coast Suns.
I hate this so much.
I'm tipping Essendon.
No.
For all my tips, I have to tip Essendon.
I too will tip Essendon.
MCG. Carlton Hawthorn both paying $1.90. I'm taking Hawk.
This may be the actual game of the round.
This is the one I actually meant, not the North game.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
This could be a good one.
This could be the game that puts Cripps in his place.
Absolutely pick 'em on the odds.
John Newcomb could floor Cripps all game.
Yeah, I'm taking Hawks. You've convinced me.
I said John Newcomb's name 3 times, and here we are.
No, just the thought of putting
He's
Cripps
appeared
in his
behind you.
place.
Oh, that'd be a treat. Hi, Jai. Loving the new haircut.
Tackles you.
Carlton sneaky bad recently. 1 from 4 in their last 5. 1 and 4 last
They
5
have been
games.
stinky, dude.
Their only win over North Melbourne. So
Oh, yeah.
do with that what you will.
And it's impossible to see form past 5 games, so it doesn't matter how good they were before that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Hawthorn for me.
Oh, fucking hell.
Hell yeah.
We've tipped the exact same the whole way, haven't we? All right. Marvel, 3:20 p.m. Sunday. $3.90 for Richmond, $1.26 for St Kilda.
Yuck.
It's so bad.
This is must-miss TV,
This
one.
is
Don't
going to be a
bother.
stinker.
Yeah.
I'm going St Kilda 54 points, Richmond 38 points in this battle of the Titans.
Low scoring under the roof. Switch straight from the
It'll be an
Carlton Hawks
accurate
game.
low scoring though.
Straight from the Carlton Hawks game over to the Adelaide Bulldogs game at 4:10. Don't
Yeah.
bother watching this one in between. Saints, I guess.
Yeah. Not happy about it.
Is that silly? Let me have a look to see how bad Richmond has really been.
They've won 2 games all season, if that helps, and their percentage is 64.
Yeah, but they've been almost competitively bad at the same time in their losses.
Their percentage is 64.
They've been spanked a few times, but
Their percentage is 64. They beat the Swans. Hold on. Sneaky.
Hold
Dude,
on.
they're sneaky good. They've won 2 games all year.
and one of them against the ladder leader for most of the season.
Still ladder leader. They could be ladder leader for... Yeah.
Yeah, but St Kilda probably.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit too much like Charlie Day in Always Sunny in Philadelphia with the string and the photos and shit, trying to figure out if St Kilda are actually good or bad.
Yeah, you got to not overthink it, I think.
Yeah, because the more time you spend on thinking about how shit they are, the more annoyed you'll get when you fuck it up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. All right, and finishing us off, Adelaide Oval, Adelaide Western Bulldogs.
Dogs.
Doggies.
Yeah. Dogs for sure.
I'm not going to send you my tips. You've got them saved in your phone.
I think I've got Matt's in my phone as well.
What a week.
How good. Thrilling stuff for the audience. Now to the most important part, Shoe of the Week.
We don't just try and be entertaining. We do also try and be
Correct.
a source of information. Yeah,
We
correct.
try and be correct.
We try and be correct. So, if you went to 3 experts in the field, like that's 3 out of 3 Storm of the Beach hosts pick these teams this week.
Mm-hmm.
That's like saying 8 out of 10 dentists pick fucking Colgate, dude. That's as good as.
True.
Anyway, shoes.
Shoe of the Week, Keelan. You got first pick.
Oh, this is wild. Who can't we pick? It's all pretty tight, isn't it?
$1.33 on Brisbane. So probably, no,
Probably can't pick St Kilda.
Wow, what a treat!
Dude, I might take Brisbane.
I think you'd be silly not to, but they are against the Orange
Giants are sneaky
Tsunami,
good.
pushing up the brown snake. Be careful.
Well, okay, who do I have the most confidence in at the moment? Brisbane, unfortunately. Port. Oh, I could pick Port. And the Dogs are also pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I might just take Brisbane for the Gabatoir. Be kind of rude not to. Oh, fucking.
Touch move. Brisbane is.
Yeah. The problem is, I think out of the 3 teams I mentioned, Brisbane's the hottest.
They're so hot right now.
But out of the 3 games, that's probably the hardest opposition. Like GWS are like an actual team, whereas Melbourne are not. a team. They're Petrarchulus and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And Adelaide are dog shit. And Matt's
They will be after
overexposed
this
somehow. Yeah. Write that down.
Write that down. Put out the clip beforehand.
Yeah.
No one can steal it. All right. Yeah, tough week. I think I'm going to have to play it straight, take the easy option. Port Adelaide.
So you guys have picked Port and Brisbane?
Yep.
Yeah.
If I pick the Dogs this week, they're going to lose.
I don't know. They've been pretty hot recently. We've been getting some wins on them.
They have been pretty good, legitimately. I was seriously considering picking the Dogs.
Yeah.
They have something to play for, I suppose. So I'll take the last game of the round again.
Oh,
Sweat it
true.
out.
Fucking typical, dude. I low-key forgot I should the Suns until, like, after that game.
Yeah, tough look.
And then was like, well, fuck, dude.
That's why I had already mentally given up on the season when we lost to North Melbourne. That was it.
Yeah.
That was the straw. There was still slim possibility, but it was over at that point. So I wasn't really particularly hurt by the loss. Like, it sucked, obviously, but it didn't hurt that bad. And it was made a little bit better knowing that you'd lost your shoe in.
I'm glad I can provide.
All right, so Matt, you've got the Doggies.
Yep.
Next up, we've got you guys with some sort of money printing machine.
Yeah, so big in the news recently, you may or may not have seen, is women's boxing at the Olympics, pulling a few headlines.
But not pulling any punches, though.
Not pulling any punches. Love to see it. Matthew and I have picked out two women's boxers in particular who were rated quite highly, I would say, to medal and specifically win gold, but not ridiculous, or at least one of them wasn't ridiculously rated, that they didn't have great odds value on them. So, yeah, Matthew and I have a little combined wager together to win a bit of money on
friends.
Yeah, on a couple of gold medals in women's boxing, hoping the women that we've selected win gold in the women's boxing.
I can't help but notice you said women a lot.
Yep, that's the event we've decided to wager on, the women's boxing.
I was just wondering if there was any reason why you said it so many times.
Specifically in the 57 kilo and 66 kilo categories.
How tall are these? Because, dude, what was the one the other day that the competitor chickened out on because she got punched too hard?
Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Well, yeah, but what was the name of the one that won that fight? Is that one of the ones you're gambling on?
Yes, 178 centimeters.
What's that in feet? Oh, 5'8". Oh, dude. Then the one that the competitor that chickened out then must have been short as
5 foot flat.
Yeah, like
Surely.
Actually.
Holy.
And then the other one that we're on is 175, fighting at 57 kilograms.
Oh, sorry, it's 5'10".
Wowee.
That's actually pretty tall, isn't it? Yeah, for a female.
Yeah. But yeah, we've backed our strategy in. Looking pretty good so far. Advancing through the final system. Yeah, and hoping to make good at some point later this week. Simply, simply identify great competitors and bet on them.
When you said identify, I thought you were going somewhere entirely different with that. Anyway, at risk of getting political.
Mm-hmm.
Should we move on to? Oh fuck! Should we move on to?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I've just got a quick note here. Obviously, as mentioned in the show outline, Liverpool haven't signed anyone.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about it, who do they need to sign? No one.
Messi.
Shut up. Messi would not benefit this team. He doesn't have the energy. Liverpool squad pretty good. I mean, we could sign a centre back, but I'd rather they didn't rush out. I'd rather they plan for the long game here, instead of doing United things essentially. Because I think it's not late mail. I think this might have actually happened between last week's episode and this week's episode. That's good. I thought I might have been 2 weeks old, but United, everyone was pretty keen for Lenny Yoro. United signed him, 18-year-old centre back. He's pretty good on paper, but I think the United medical team Rusty's medical because he got an injury 33 minutes into his first game in a friendly, a muscle injury too.
Not ideal for them.
Before joining United, he missed only 6 days of training due to injury in his career at Lille. So
Tough look.
I think United's just cursed at this point. It could be their new football shirt, given that it looks like dog shit. Because what I hadn't realised is it's the Snap. I think we brought it up on show the other day. It's on with the Snapdragon logo in the middle of it. It's massive. It's huge. It's gross. The shirt is like, black gradient to very light black gradient to red or whatever with a Snapdragon logo in the middle. It looks like it's just made to make the Snapdragon logo look as prominent as it can be. But then that weird orange red stripe down the side is just gross. I don't like it. It's fine or whatever that it joins up with the shorts. And I like it when they bring the shorts into the kit, but I just don't like that.
Yeah, I was going to show it on screen, and it didn't even open the one that I clicked on. How good? Or it looks different to the one I selected.
What if your computer crashes when you start screen sharing?
No,
this is a good test for the coin flip because it's back this week.
Yeah, the coin flip is back.
With a vengeance, fucking hell.
Hope
There'll be like 7 coin flips.
Yeah.
Might crash flip sim you. They've never flipped that many coins before.
I know, right? Yeah, I give up. I just wait.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not great, by the way.
It is essentially the same shirt as last year, but they've made it worse.
Excellent. I hate to see that.
But also at some point you kind of love to see it, don't you? Because it's United.
True.
Yeah.
It's United. Yeah, exactly. All right.
That's it.
Any other footballing news? That's it?
No, nothing else big.
All right. Now, finally, return of flips out for the boys. Return of the flip.
Return of the flip.
It has been 5 weeks since we've had a flip.
Holy shit.
So we're in for a doozy.
Should we just wait until next week and we all forget 2 flips?
Oh, that wouldn't be a bad shout, actually.
Zach's seething right now.
All right, no, great call. We will postpone once again until next week, where we can do a
psych.
triple double flip.
Triple doubles, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so does everyone check their calendars now? Make sure we're here next week because I'm not fucking around with the 7 coin flip the week after.
Return of the flip, Nat.
Psych.
Yep, I'm in.
Yep, okay, cool. All right, sweet. Worst case, if someone's not available for whatever reason, we have to get them on the Riverside app to call in for the flip because it's definitely happening. We're doing a triple double.
Doing it regardless, yep.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. In that case, see you next week.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this week's show. We really appreciate it if you give us a like and a follow on all our platforms. That's at Storm on the Beach.
And if you came from Matt's comedy set, please leave a comment below that said honest assessment of how he went.
On both this episode and his set, and when you saw his set, and if you paid for it or not.
Oh my god!
And also, please review the show on your podcast platform of choice.
Yes,
Thank you.
And subscribe to the YouTube.
And that's
Rumble.
it. Cheerio.